come say hey to you. Is that what you want? Somebody to say hey? You sure are a pretty horse. You sure are a pretty horse. Yes, you are. You like having your head scratched? No? You don't? It's cold tonight. The wind is laid down though, so it's kind of getting nice. You are a pretty horse. You sure are a pretty horse. Oh, snorty snort. Yeah. I see you, pretty girl. I'll smile for the camera. You're beautiful. Alright guys, it is 30 degrees. The phone says it feels like 18 and the wind's blowing about 5 miles an hour and it is biting cold, but I got this awesome jacket that Hannah bought me last year. We were at a thrift store in Montana and she bought it for me and it is awesome. Found something really cool here I want to show you. I don't know if y'all can see that. Is that a badger den maybe? One of you guys that knows, tell me. I'm not sure what it is. I'm in South Dakota, White Lake, South Dakota. So let me show you. If you look back over my shoulder, back up there by that one tree, you'll see White Lake. You'll also see all on the horizon, I think you'll be able to see all of the windmills. See the corn standing behind me and the hay bales on a working farm. It's a farm that farms, let's see, corn and some kind of grain. Can't remember now what they told me. And they also lease out land to pheasant hunters and cattle. It's a pretty neat place. It's beautiful country out here. The sky is as wide as you can imagine. I don't know that you can find a bigger sky than out in the Midwest and the West. Out in Alabama, our trees, we have so many trees, it's hard to find wide open spaces. The water is always wide open. That's one of the reasons why I love the water so much, is because it is wide open. But if you're not on the water, you don't get to see sky like this. Sky like this is what always reminds me of just how big God is. You get into a big place like this and you realize how big the world is. And you think, you know what? If this is so big that I can't see it all, then how big is the creator that created it, right? It's pretty awesome. That hole, that's a den back there for something. They don't have coyotes here, I don't think. I know they don't have cats. I mean, big cats. So I'm thinking it's probably a badger. Be my guess. I don't want to find out, whatever. Like, I'm not sticking my hand in it to find out what it is. It's just beautiful. I'm hoping we might get down here and jump a mule deer somewhere. Maybe I'll get to see that. awesome farm across the lake over there. Windmills all over the horizon. I guess they're a good thing. I don't really know. Sunrise or sunset's in about 45 minutes or so. Lots of little ground cover. They planted some grass out here to try to keep the ground, the soil from eroding. One thing that's cool about soil in South Dakota is it's black and gray. It's not dirt brown like we're used to. It's black or gray. Really deep, rich soil here. It's unlike any other soil I've ever seen. All right, we're coming up on this little stand of trees that I have camped in before, and I enjoy being here. I hear some pheasant. I also hear sandhill cranes. Sandhill cranes they call the ribeye of the sky because they're so good to eat. Never had one. I've always wanted one, but you have to have a special tag to kill them. They're supposed to be delicious. Let me show you a little bit about this stand of trees right here. It's a beautiful place. I love it. There used to be a wet spot, a pond or something out there. It was dry last time I was here, but these trees, there's no telling how old they are. There's huge piles of hay bales out there. That's all to feed the cattle through the winter. There are a lot of cranes out here. No deer. I thought we might see a deer jump up down here. Thought we might find one down here eating. I love this place. It's these fields over here to the right, behind the or in front of the sun. That's all standing corn that's never been cut. Over here to my left is sorghum. Brenda loves sorghum syrup. Our family does too. It's hard to find people that make it anymore. If you know somebody that makes sorghum syrup, send me a message. I'm not talking about cane syrup, I'm talking about sorghum syrup. Look, here comes some sandhill cranes right here. It's pretty awesome to listen to them. So, sometimes I like to get out in nature by myself, just like this. Lets you clear your head and think a little bit. Appreciate things for what they are. See things you've never seen before, or appreciate beauty you've never appreciated before. Kind of recharges your batteries and refreshes you. And you know what? It's the only second time in my life I've been to South Dakota and I love it. I love being out here in it, even if it is below 30 degrees. Y'all hear that? I hope you can hear that. Sandhill crane has a wingspan of like 6 feet. They migrate from here all the way down to Alabama and other parts along the Gulf Coast. They're truly a unique and dynamic species. Red meat. Real good meat. But they fly over 1,000 miles in their migratory cycle. And I just wanted to stop and share this little story with you as I watch the sunset over the horizon. You know, I love to watch a sunset. They're beautiful. My mom always told me when I was young that if you listen to the sunset as it dipped down into the bay or into the Gulf of Mexico, you could hear it sizzle. And you know what? Sometimes I think you can. It's a beautiful thing. I wanted to tell you about this coat that I have that I've only gotten to wear once. That would be today. I've never been able to wear this coat before. I bought this coat in Ennis, Montana in a thrift store for $35. And Hannah thought I was crazy when I bought it. You know what? I probably thought I was crazy too. But now I see purpose in it. I understand it all. As I was walking, I just walked about 1.5 miles through these cornfields and sorghum fields and hay fields and pastures, and it kind of hit me. This coat now makes sense. See, we went to Yellowstone to tour the park, to see Old Faithful and to see the buffalo and all those things, and lo and behold, 2 days before we got there, those massive floods a few years ago, that was 2 days before we were supposed to get there. Bridges were washed out, roads were closed, and the whole park was closed. And we never got in. So we went to Yellowstone on vacation and we never made it. I did a whole video series on YouTube called Almost Yellowstone because we almost made it in. Go check it out on our YouTube channel. But I wanted to tell you about this coat. See, we had to improvise our trip. There were things, we had a whole week's worth of stuff planned inside the park that we couldn't do, so we had to improvise everything else. One day we drove down to Ennis, Montana. And Ennis is a beautiful little town, but it's a small, quaint little town too. And I'm watching the sunset as we talk because I don't want to miss it. And I can feel the light growing dimmer on my face, and so that's why I keep turning. But it's actually going behind a cloud right now. But it's pretty spectacular. So if y'all will allow me to take a picture or two, I would appreciate it. I know you won't mind. It's beautiful. So Ennis is a beautiful little town, but it's only, I mean, I'm guessing 600 or 800 people in town. Great hardware store at the end of the main drag there, the end of Main Street. A couple of good little restaurants. We had a great lunch there. Some good little gift shops, and a fantastic thrift store. Yes, I went in a thrift store when I was on vacation and I found this coat. Hannah told me I was crazy for wanting to buy this coat, but I said, you know what, I love it. I couldn't afford it otherwise. I would never buy one new. It's $35, I'm gonna buy it. And here I am today wearing it. And look, I wear this coat once or twice in Alabama in a year, but I wear it every day that I'm here in South Dakota because it's so cold. And what it made me realize and appreciate was this, is that sometimes good things happen from bad events. Sometimes there is a silver lining. Sometimes busted plans, if you've ever read that story that I wrote, busted plans lead to good results. And so, look, I have no idea why the Lord didn't want us to go in Yellowstone, but obviously He didn't, or we would have went. And I just wanted to share with you just real quick, because the sun's almost setting and I want to watch it. And I just noticed over here there's a full moon rising. I'm going to try to show that to you as well. So I see a lot of people who don't find any joy in life because things don't go the way they want them to. We went to Yellowstone and it didn't go the way we wanted it to, but we had to make the best of it, so we did. And this coat's a reminder of that. This coat's a reminder of good things that happen when you just keep pushing forward. You know, we could have sat in the hotel room, we could have got on a plane and went back home, we could have just canceled the trip, but we kept pushing forward. It didn't work out anywhere near like what we wanted, but it was a great trip. Sometimes life's like that too. I prosecute people who tell me I just can't catch a break. That's not true. Like, none of us catch breaks. Some of us just seize opportunities. Some of us just keep pushing forward even when things aren't going our way. That's the difference, see? God didn't make us so he could lavish us with gifts. He made us because he wants us to bring glory to him. Well, what better way to bring glory to him than to keep pushing forward even when things don't go your way? And so, you know what, it's a small little token to me, but this coat means a lot, because it was certainly a demonstration of a time when we could have given up, we could have quit, we could have gone home, we could have thrown our sucker in the dirt, but instead we kept pushing forward. And out of the spoils of that, I got an awesome $35 coat that I'm wearing in South Dakota. Silly enough, I know, but I hope you understand the moral of the story. I hope y'all have a great night. I'm fixing to watch the moon rise and the sun set. Have a great day.